Enjoy the Coca-Cola, one of the best American products. This is per year of 50,000 ton of the flesh of sturgeon. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, you say. This is per year of 50,000 ton of the wood products. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, you say. This is per year of 50,000 ton of the turkey hen. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, you say. This is per year 50,000 ton of the hay. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, you say. This is per year 50,000 ton of the tar paper. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, you say. This is per year 50,000 ton of the tile. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, you say. This is per year 50,000 ton of the duck. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, you say. This is per year 50,000 ton of the bread and butter. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, you say. This is per year 50,000 ton of the olive. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, you say. This is per year of 50,000 ton of the vegetable marrow. Per 1 trillion, you say. This is per year of 50,000 ton of the eggplant. Per 1 trillion, you say, per 1 ton. This is per year 50,000 ton of the jewelry. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, you say. This is per year 50,000 ton of the coins. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, you say. This is per year 50,000 ton of the order. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, you say. This is per year 50,000 ton of the badge of rank. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, you say. Visit our website, World Wide Web, where Grzybowski Sintels LV. Per stone, $1 billion. This is per year of the decoration. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, you say. Enjoy the Coca-Cola, the best American product. This is per year 50,000 ton of the decoration. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, you say. This is per year 50,000 ton of the dried milk. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, you say. This is per year 50,000 ton of the plutonium medical. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, you say. This is per year 50,000 ton of the cesium medical. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, you say. This is per year 50,000 ton of the radium medical. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, you say. This is per year 50,000 ton of the powder meat. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, you say. This is per year 50,000 ton of the powder fruit. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, you say. This is per year 50,000 ton of the powder vegetable. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, you say. This is per year of a 50,000 ton of the dry gas. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, you say. This is per year 50,000 ton of the liquid gas. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, you say. This is per year 50,000 ton of the hypervitamin. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, you say. This is per year 50,000 ton of the clover tea. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, you say. This is per year of the pink food. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, you say. This is per year 50,000 ton of the salt. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, you say. This is per year 50,000 ton of the paper. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, you say. This is per year 50,000 ton of the method. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, you say. This is per year 50,000 ton of the titanium. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, you say. This is per year 50,000 ton of the cream. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, you say. This is per year 50,000 ton of the pastry. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, you say. This is per year of 50,000 ton of the sanitary engineering. per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Thinses per year, 50,000 ton of the super light bitumen, per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Thinses per year, 50,000 ton of the anti-marijuana, per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Thinses per year, 50,000 ton of the margarine, per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Thinses per year, 50,000 ton of the anti-crack medical, per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Thinses per year, 50,000 ton of the diesel oil, per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Thinses per year of the 50,000 ton of the glue, per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Thinses per year of 50,000 ton of the river water plant, per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Thinses per year, 50,000 tons of the lake water plant, per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Thinses per year, 50,000 ton of the seaweed, per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Thinses per year, 50,000 ton of the moss, per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Thinses per year, 50,000 ton of the microbe, per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Thinses per year of 50,000 ton of the horsetail, per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Thinses per year of 50,000 ton of the casino counter, per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Thinses per year, 50,000 ton of the casino fish, per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Thinses per year, 50,000 ton of the brick, per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Thinses per year, 50,000 ton of the sleeper, per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Thinses per year, 50,000 ton of the rail, per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Per stone, $1 billion. Visit our website, World Wide Web, Web Zubovsky Syntes LV. Enjoy the Coca-Cola, one of the best American products. Thinses per year of 50,000 ton of the tile, per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Thinses per year of 50,000 ton of the Guinea fowl, per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Thinses per year, 50,000 ton of the dog, per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Thinses per year, 50,000 ton of the tomcat, per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Thinses per year, 50,000 ton of the cow, per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Thinses per year, 50,000 ton of the goat, per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Thinses per year, 50,000 ton of the elk, per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Thinses per year, 50,000 ton of the super light steel, per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Thinses per year, 50,000 ton of the wild boar, per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Thinses per year, 50,000 ton of the fur-bearing animal, per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Thinses per year, 50,000 ton of the sport kit, per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Thinses per year, 50,000 ton of the malt, per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Thinses per year, 50,000 ton of the kvass, per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Thinses per year, 50,000 ton of the aviation benzene, per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Thinses per year, 50,000 ton of the medical poison, per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Thinses per year, 50,000 ton of the sand, per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Thinses per year, 50,000 ton of the hair, per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Thinses per year, 50,000 ton of the cotton, per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Thinses per year, 50,000 ton of the buckwheat, per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year, 50,000 ton of the combustible spale. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year, 50,000 ton of the cutlet. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year, 50,000 ton of the yellow gas from Fackle. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year, 50,000 ton of the red gas from oil. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year, 50,000 ton of the black gas from coal. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year, 50,000 ton of the green gas from wood. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year, 50,000 ton of the blue gas natural. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year, 50,000 ton of the violet gas from agriculture. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year, 50,000 ton of the dark blue gas from water plant. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year, 50,000 ton of the orange gas from space. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Enjoy the Coca-Cola, one of the best American products. Fences per year of 50,000 ton of the flesh of sturgeon. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year, 50,000 ton of the wood products. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year, 50,000 ton of the turkey hen. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year, 50,000 ton of the hay. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year, 50,000 ton of the tar paper. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year, 50,000 ton of the tile. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year, 50,000 ton of the duck. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year, 50,000 ton of the bread and butter. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year, 50,000 ton of the olive. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year of 50,000 ton of the vegetable marrow. Per 1 trillion USA. Fences per year of 50,000 ton of the eggplant. Per 1 trillion USA per 1 ton. Fences per year, 50,000 ton of the jewelry. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year, 50,000 ton of the coins. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year, 50,000 ton of the order. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year, 50,000 ton of the badge of rank. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Visit our website, World Wide Web, where Grzybowski Sintels LV. Per stone, $1 billion. Fences per year of the decoration. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, you say. Enjoy the Coca-Cola, the best American product. Fences per year, 50,000 ton of the decoration. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, you say. Fences per year, 50,000 ton of the dried milk. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, you say. Fences per year, 50,000 ton of the plutonium medical. Per per 1 ton, $1 trillion, USA. Fences per year of 50,000 ton of the seasonal medical, per 1 ton, $1 trillion, USA. Fences per year of 50,000 ton of the radio medical, per 1 ton, $1 trillion, USA. Fences per year of 50,000 ton of the powder meat, per 1 ton, $1 trillion, USA. Fences per year of 50,000 ton of the powder fruit, per 1 ton, $1 trillion, USA. Fences per year of 50,000 ton of the powder vegetable, per 1 ton, $1 trillion, USA. Fences per year of 50,000 ton of the dry gas, per 1 ton, $1 trillion, USA. Fences per year of 50,000 ton of the liquid gas, per 1 ton, $1 trillion, USA. Fences per year of 50,000 ton of the hypervitamin, per 1 ton, $1 trillion, USA. Fences per year of 50,000 ton of the clover tea, per 1 ton, $1 trillion, USA. Fences per year of the pink food, per 1 ton, $1 trillion, USA. Fences per year of 50,000 ton of the salt, per 1 ton, $1 trillion, USA. Fences per year of 50,000 ton of the paper, per 1 ton, $1 trillion, USA. Fences per year of 50,000 ton of the method, per 1 ton, $1 trillion, USA. Fences per year of 50,000 ton of the titanium, per 1 ton, $1 trillion, USA. Fences per year of 50,000 ton of the cream, per 1 ton, $1 trillion, USA. Fences per year of 50,000 ton of the pastry, per 1 ton, $1 trillion, USA. Fences per year of 50,000 ton of the sanitary engineering, per 1 ton, $1 trillion, USA. Fences per year 50,000 ton of the super light bitumen, per 1 ton, $1 trillion, USA. Fences per year 50,000 ton of the anti-marijuana, per 1 ton, $1 trillion, USA. Fences per year 50,000 ton of the margarine, per 1 ton, $1 trillion, USA. Fences per year 50,000 ton of the anti-crack medical, per 1 ton, $1 trillion, USA. Fences per year 50,000 ton of the diesel oil, per 1 ton, $1 trillion, USA. Fences per year of the 50,000 ton of the glue, per 1 ton, $1 trillion, USA. Fences per year of 50,000 ton of the river water plant, per 1 ton, $1 trillion, USA. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the lake water plant, per 1 ton, $1 trillion, USA. Fences per year 50,000 ton of the seaweed, per 1 ton, $1 trillion, USA. Fences per year 50,000 ton of the moss, per 1 ton, $1 trillion, USA. Fences per year 50,000 ton of the microbe, per 1 ton, $1 trillion, USA. Fences per year of 50,000 ton of the horsetail, per 1 ton, $1 trillion, USA. Fences per year of 50,000 ton of the casino counter, per 1 ton, $1 trillion, USA. Fences per year 50,000 ton of the casino fish, per 1 ton, $1 trillion, USA. Fences per year 50,000 ton of the brick, per 1 ton, $1 trillion, USA. Fences per year 50,000 ton of the sleeper, per 1 ton, $1 trillion, USA. Fences per year 50,000 ton of the rail, per 1 ton, $1 trillion, USA. Per stone, $1 billion. Visit our website, World Wide Web, Zubovsky Syntes LV. Enjoy the Coca-Cola, one of the best American products. Fences per year of 50,000 ton of the tile per 1 ton $1 trillion USA. Census per year of 50,000 ton of the Guinea fowl per 1 ton $1 trillion USA. Census per year of 50,000 ton of the duck per 1 ton $1 trillion USA. Census per year of 50,000 ton of the tomcat per 1 ton $1 trillion USA. Census per year of 50,000 ton of the cow per 1 ton $1 trillion USA. Census per year of 50,000 ton of the goat per 1 ton $1 trillion USA. Census per year of 50,000 ton of the elk per 1 ton $1 trillion USA. Census per year of 50,000 ton of the super light steel per 1 ton $1 trillion USA. Census per year of 50,000 ton of the wild boar per 1 ton $1 trillion USA. Census per year of 50,000 ton of the fur-bearing animal per 1 ton $1 trillion USA. Census per year of 50,000 ton of the sport kid per 1 ton $1 trillion USA. Census per year of 50,000 ton of the malt per 1 ton $1 trillion USA. Census per year of 50,000 ton of the kvass per 1 ton $1 trillion USA. Census per year of 50,000 ton of the aviation benzene per 1 ton $1 trillion USA. Census per year of 50,000 ton of the medical poison per 1 ton $1 trillion USA. Census per year of 50,000 ton of the sand per 1 ton $1 trillion USA. Census per year of 50,000 ton of the hair per 1 ton $1 trillion USA. Census per year of 50,000 ton of the cotton per 1 ton $1 trillion USA. Census per year of 50,000 ton of the buckwheat per 1 ton $1 trillion USA. Census per year of 50,000 ton of the combustible spale per 1 ton $1 trillion USA. Census per year of 50,000 ton of the cutlet per 1 ton $1 trillion USA. Census per year of 50,000 ton of the yellow gas from Thaco per 1 ton $1 trillion USA. Census per year of 50,000 ton of the red gas from oil per 1 ton $1 trillion USA. Census per year of 50,000 ton of the black gas from coal per 1 ton $1 trillion USA. Census per year of 50,000 ton of the green gas from wood per 1 ton $1 trillion USA. Census per year of 50,000 ton of the blue gas natural per 1 ton $1 trillion USA. Census per year of 50,000 ton of the violet gas from agriculture per 1 ton $1 trillion USA. Census per year of 50,000 ton of the dark blue gas from water plant per 1 ton $1 trillion USA. Census per year of 50,000 ton of the orange gas from space per 1 ton $1 trillion USA. Enjoy the Coca-Cola, one of the best American products. Census per year of 50,000 ton of the flesh of sturgeon per 1 ton $1 trillion USA. Census per year of 50,000 ton of the wood products per 1 ton $1 trillion USA. Census per year of 50,000 ton of the turkey hen per 1 ton $1 trillion USA. Census per year of 50,000 ton of the hay per 1 ton $1 trillion USA. Census per year of 50,000 ton of the tar paper per 1 ton $1 trillion USA. Census per year of 50,000 ton of the tile per 1 ton $1 trillion USA. Census per year of 50,000 ton of the duck per 1 ton $1 trillion USA. Census per year of 50,000 ton of the bread and butter per 1 ton $1 trillion USA. Census per year of 50,000 ton of the olive per 1 ton $1 trillion USA. Census per year of 50,000 ton of the vegetable marrow per 1 trillion USA. Census per year of 50,000 ton of the eggplant per 1 trillion USA per 1 ton. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the jewelry. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the coins. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the order. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the badge of rank. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Visit our website, World Wide Web, where Grzybowski Sintos LV. Per stone, $1 billion. Fences per year of the decoration. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Enjoy the Coca-Cola, the best American product. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the decoration. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the dried milk. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the plutonium medical. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the seasonal medical. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the radio medical. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the powder meat. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the powder fruit. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the powder vegetable. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year of 50,000 tons of the dry gas. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the liquid gas. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the hypervitamin. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the clover tea. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year of the pink food. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the salt. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the paper. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the method. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the titanium. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the cream. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the pastry. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year of 50,000 tons of the sanitary engineering. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the super light bitumen. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the anti-marijuana. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the margarine. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the anti-crack medical. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the diesel oil. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year of the 50,000 tons of the glue. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year of 50,000 tons of the river water plant. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the lake water plant. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the seaweed. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the moss. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the microbe. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year of 50,000 tons of the horsetail. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year of 50,000 tons of the casino counter. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the casino fish. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, you say. Fences per year, 50,000 tons of the brick. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, you say. Fences per year, 50,000 tons of the sleeper. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, you say. Fences per year, 50,000 tons of the rail. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, you say. Per stone, $1 billion. Visit our website, World Wide Web, Zubovsky Syntes LV. Enjoy the Coca-Cola, one of the best American products. Fences per year of 50,000 tons of the tile. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, USA. Fences per year of 50,000 tons of the Guinea fowl. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, USA. Fences per year of 50,000 tons of the dog. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, USA. Fences per year of 50,000 tons of the tomcat. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, USA. Fences per year of 50,000 tons of the cow. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, USA. Fences per year, 50,000 tons of the goat. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, USA. Fences per year, 50,000 tons of the elk. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, USA. Fences per year, 50,000 tons of the super light steel. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, USA. Fences per year, 50,000 tons of the wild boar. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, USA. Fences per year, 50,000 tons of the fur-bearing animal. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, USA. Fences per year, 50,000 tons of the sport kit. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, USA. Fences per year, 50,000 tons of the malt. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, USA. Fences per year, 50,000 tons of the kvass. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, USA. Fences per year, 50,000 tons of the aviation benzene. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, USA. Fences per year, 50,000 tons of the medical poison. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, USA. Fences per year, 50,000 tons of the sand. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, USA. Fences per year, 50,000 tons of the hair. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, USA. Fences per year, 50,000 tons of the cotton. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, USA. Fences per year, 50,000 tons of the buckwheat. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, USA. Fences per year, 50,000 tons of the combustible spale. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, USA. Fences per year, 50,000 tons of the cutlet. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, USA. Fences per year, 50,000 tons of the yellow gas from Fackle. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, USA. Fences per year, 50,000 tons of the red gas from oil. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, USA. Fences per year, 50,000 tons of the black gas from coal. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, USA. Fences per year, 50,000 tons of the green gas from wood. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, USA. Fences per year, 50,000 tons of the blue gas natural. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, USA. Fences per year, 50,000 tons of the violet gas from agriculture. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, USA. Fences per year, 50,000 tons of the dark blue gas from water plant. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, USA. Fences per year, 50,000 tons of the orange gas from space. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, USA. Enjoy the Coca-Cola, one of the best American products. Thinces per year of 50,000 ton of the flesh of sturgeon. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, USA. Thinces per year of 50,000 ton of the wood products. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, USA. Thinces per year of 50,000 ton of the turkey hen. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, USA. Thinces per year 50,000 ton of the hay. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, USA. Thinces per year 50,000 ton of the tar paper. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, USA. Thinces per year 50,000 ton of the tile. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, USA. Thinces per year 50,000 ton of the duck. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, USA. Thinces per year 50,000 ton of the bread and butter. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, USA. Thinces per year 50,000 ton of the olive. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, USA. Thinces per year of 50,000 ton of the vegetable marrow. Per 1 trillion, USA. Thinces per year of 50,000 ton of the eggplant. Per 1 trillion, USA, per 1 ton. Thinces per year 50,000 ton of the jewelry. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, USA. Thinces per year 50,000 ton of the coins. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, USA. Thinces per year 50,000 ton of the order. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, USA. Thinces per year 50,000 ton of the badge of rank. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, USA. Visit our website, World Wide Web, where Grzybowski Sintels LV. Per stone, $1 billion. Thinces per year of the decoration. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, USA. Enjoy the Coca-Cola, the best American product. Thinces per year 50,000 ton of the decoration. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, USA. Thinces per year 50,000 ton of the dried milk. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, USA. Thinces per year 50,000 ton of the plutonium medical. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, USA. Thinces per year 50,000 ton of the seasonal medical. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, USA. Thinces per year 50,000 ton of the radio medical. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, USA. Thinces per year 50,000 ton of the powder meat. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, USA. Thinces per year 50,000 ton of the powder fruit. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, USA. Thinces per year 50,000 ton of the powder vegetable. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, USA. Thinces per year of a 50,000 ton of the dry gas. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, USA. Thinces per year 50,000 ton of the liquid gas. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, USA. Thinces per year 50,000 ton of the hypervitamin. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, USA. Thinces per year 50,000 ton of the clover tea. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, USA. Thinces per year of the pink food. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, USA. Thinces per year 50,000 ton of the salt. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, USA. Thinces per year 50,000 ton of the paper. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, USA. Thinces per year 50,000 ton of the method. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, USA. Thinces per year 50,000 ton of the titanium. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, USA. Thinces per year 50,000 ton of the cream. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, USA. Thinces per year 50,000 ton of the pastry. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, USA. Thinces per year of 50,000 ton of the sanitary engineering. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, USA. Thinces per year 50,000 ton of the super light bitumen. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, USA. Thinces per year 50,000 ton of the anti-marijuana. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, USA. Thinces per year 50,000 ton of the margarine. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, USA. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the anti-crack medical. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the diesel oil. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year of the 50,000 tons of the glue. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year of 50,000 tons of the river water plant. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the lake water plant. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the seaweed. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the moss. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the microbe. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year of 50,000 tons of the horsetail. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year of 50,000 tons of the casino counter. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the casino fish. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the brick. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the sleeper. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the rail. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Per stone, $1 billion. Visit our website, World Wide Web, Zubovsky Syntes LV. Enjoy the Coca-Cola, one of the best American products. Fences per year of 50,000 tons of the tile. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year of 50,000 tons of the Guinea fowl. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the dog. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the tomcat. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the cow. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the goat. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the elk. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the super light steel. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the wild boar. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the fur-bearing animal. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the sport kit. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the malt. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the kvass. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the aviation benzene. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the medical poison. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the sand. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the hair. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the cotton. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the buckwheat. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the combustible spale. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the cutlet. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the yellow gas from Fackle. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the red gas from oil. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 tons ton of the black gas from coal, per 1 ton $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 ton of the green gas from wood, per 1 ton $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 ton of the blue gas natural, per 1 ton $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 ton of the violet gas from agriculture, per 1 ton $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 ton of the dark blue gas from water plant, per 1 ton $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 ton of the orange gas from space, per 1 ton $1 trillion USA. Enjoy the Coca-Cola, one of the best American products. Fences per year of 50,000 ton of the flesh of sturgeon, per 1 ton $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 ton of the wood products, per 1 ton $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 ton of the turkey hen, per 1 ton $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 ton of the hay, per 1 ton $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 ton of the tar paper, per 1 ton $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 ton of the tile, per 1 ton $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 ton of the duck, per 1 ton $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 ton of the bread and butter, per 1 ton $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 ton of the olive, per 1 ton $1 trillion USA. Fences per year of 50,000 ton of the vegetable marrow, per 1 trillion USA. Fences per year of 50,000 ton of the eggplant, per 1 trillion USA per 1 ton. Fences per year 50,000 ton of the jewelry, per 1 ton $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 ton of the coins, per 1 ton $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 ton of the order, per 1 ton $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 ton of the badge of rank, per 1 ton $1 trillion USA. Visit our website, World Wide Web, where Grzybowski Sintels LV. Per stone, $1 billion. Fences per year of the decoration, per 1 ton $1 trillion USA. Enjoy the Coca-Cola, the best American product. Fences per year 50,000 ton of the decoration, per 1 ton $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 ton of the dried milk, per 1 ton $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 ton of the plutonium medical, per 1 ton $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 ton of the cesium medical, per 1 ton $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 ton of the radium medical, per 1 ton $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 ton of the powder meat, per 1 ton $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 ton of the powder fruit, per 1 ton $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 ton of the powder vegetable, per 1 ton $1 trillion, USA. Expenses per year of a 50,000 ton of the dry gas, per 1 ton $1 trillion, USA. Expenses per year 50,000 ton of the liquid gas, per 1 ton $1 trillion, USA. Expenses per year 50,000 ton of the hypervitamin, per 1 ton $1 trillion, USA. Expenses per year 50,000 ton of the clover tea, per 1 ton $1 trillion, USA. Expenses per year of the pink food, per 1 ton $1 trillion, USA. Expenses per year 50,000 ton of the salt, per 1 ton $1 trillion, USA. Expenses per year 50,000 ton of the paper, per 1 ton $1 trillion, USA. Expenses per year 50,000 ton of the method, per 1 ton $1 trillion, USA. Expenses per year 50,000 ton of the titanium, per 1 ton $1 trillion, USA. Expenses per year 50,000 ton of the cream, per 1 ton $1 trillion, USA. Expenses per year 50,000 ton of the pastry, per 1 ton $1 trillion, USA. Expenses per year of 50,000 ton of the sanitary engineering, per 1 ton $1 trillion, USA. Expenses per year 50,000 ton of the super light bitumen, per 1 ton $1 trillion, USA. Expenses per year 50,000 ton of the anti-marijuana, per 1 ton $1 trillion, USA. Expenses per year 50,000 ton of the margarine, per 1 ton $1 trillion, USA. Expenses per year 50,000 ton of the anti-crack medical, per 1 ton $1 trillion, USA. Expenses per year 50,000 ton of the diesel oil, per 1 ton $1 trillion, USA. Expenses per year of the 50,000 ton of the glue, per 1 ton $1 trillion, USA. Expenses per year of 50,000 ton of the river water plant, per 1 ton $1 trillion, USA. Expenses per year 50,000 tons of the lake water plant, per 1 ton $1 trillion, USA. Expenses per year 50,000 ton of the seaweed, per 1 ton $1 trillion, USA. Expenses per year 50,000 ton of the moss, per 1 ton $1 trillion, USA. Expenses per year 50,000 ton of the microbe, per 1 ton $1 trillion, USA. Expenses per year of 50,000 ton of the horsetail, per 1 ton $1 trillion, USA. Expenses per year of 50,000 ton of the casino counter, per 1 ton $1 trillion, USA. Expenses per year 50,000 ton of the casino fish, per 1 ton $1 trillion, USA. Expenses per year 50,000 ton of the brick, per 1 ton $1 trillion, USA. Expenses per year 50,000 ton of the sleeper, per 1 ton $1 trillion, USA. Expenses per year 50,000 ton of the rail, per 1 ton $1 trillion, USA. Per stone $1 billion. Visit our website World Wide Web, Zubovsky Syntes LV. Enjoy the Coca-Cola, one of the best American products. Expenses per year of a 50,000 ton of the tile, per 1 ton $1 trillion, USA. Expenses per year of 50,000 ton of the Guinea fowl, per 1 ton $1 trillion, USA. Expenses per year 50,000 ton of the dog, per 1 ton $1 trillion, USA. Expenses per year 50,000 ton of the tomcat, per 1 ton $1 trillion, USA. Expenses per year 50,000 ton of the cow, per 1 ton $1 trillion, USA. Expenses per year 50,000 ton of the goat, per 1 ton $1 trillion, USA. Expenses per year 50,000 ton of the elk, per 1 ton $1 trillion, USA. Expenses per year 50,000 ton of the super light steel, per 1 ton $1 trillion, USA. Expenses per year 50,000 ton of the wild boar, per 1 ton $1 trillion, USA. Expenses per year 50,000 ton of the fur-bearing animal per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Thinses per year, 50,000 ton of the sport kit per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Thinses per year, 50,000 ton of the malt per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Thinses per year, 50,000 ton of the kvass per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Thinses per year, 50,000 ton of the aviation benzene per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Thinses per year, 50,000 ton of the medical poison per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Thinses per year, 50,000 ton of the sand per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Thinses per year, 50,000 ton of the hair per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Thinses per year, 50,000 ton of the cotton per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Thinses per year, 50,000 ton of the buckwheat per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Thinses per year, 50,000 ton of the combustible spale per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Thinses per year, 50,000 ton of the cutlet per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Thinses per year, 50,000 ton of the yellow gas from Thaco per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Thinses per year, 50,000 ton of the red gas from oil per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Thinses per year, 50,000 ton of the black gas from coal per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Thinses per year, 50,000 ton of the green gas from wood per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Thinses per year, 50,000 ton of the blue gas natural per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Thinses per year, 50,000 ton of the violet gas from agriculture per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Thinses per year, 50,000 ton of the dark blue gas from water plant per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Thinses per year, 50,000 ton of the orange gas from space per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Enjoy the Coca-Cola, one of the best American products. Thinses per year of 50,000 ton of the flesh of sturgeon per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Thinses per year, 50,000 ton of the wood products per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Thinses per year, 50,000 ton of the turkey hen per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Thinses per year, 50,000 ton of the hay per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Thinses per year, 50,000 ton of the tar paper per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Thinses per year, 50,000 ton of the tile per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Thinses per year, 50,000 ton of the duck per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Thinses per year, 50,000 ton of the bread and butter per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Thinses per year, 50,000 ton of the olive per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Thinses per year of 50,000 ton of the vegetable marrow per 1 trillion USA. Thinses per year of 50,000 ton of the eggplant per 1 trillion USA per 1 ton. Thinses per year, 50,000 ton of the jewelry per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Thinses per year, 50,000 ton of the coins per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Thinses per year, 50,000 ton of the order per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Thinses per year, 50,000 ton of the badge of rank per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Visit our website, World Wide Web, where Grzybowski Sintels LV. Per stone, $1 billion. Thinses per year of the decoration per 1 ton, $1 trillion, you say. Enjoy the Coca-Cola, the best American product. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the decoration. Per 1 ton $1 trillion, you say. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the dried milk. Per 1 ton $1 trillion, you say. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the plutonium medical. Per 1 ton $1 trillion, you say. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the cesium medical. Per 1 ton $1 trillion, you say. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the radio medical. Per 1 ton $1 trillion, you say. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the powder meat. Per 1 ton $1 trillion, you say. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the powder fruit. Per 1 ton $1 trillion, you say. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the powder vegetable. Per 1 ton $1 trillion, you say. Fences per year of a 50,000 tons of the dry gas. Per 1 ton $1 trillion, you say. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the liquid gas. Per 1 ton $1 trillion, you say. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the hypervitamin. Per 1 ton $1 trillion, you say. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the clover tea. Per 1 ton $1 trillion, you say. Fences per year of the pink food. Per 1 ton $1 trillion, you say. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the salt. Per 1 ton $1 trillion, you say. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the paper. Per 1 ton $1 trillion, you say. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the method. Per 1 ton $1 trillion, you say. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the titanium. Per 1 ton $1 trillion, you say. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the cream. Per 1 ton $1 trillion, you say. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the pastry. Per 1 ton $1 trillion, you say. Fences per year of 50,000 tons of the sanitary engineering. Per 1 ton $1 trillion, you say. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the superlight bitumen. Per 1 ton $1 trillion, you say. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the anti-marijuana. Per 1 ton $1 trillion, you say. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the margarine. Per 1 ton $1 trillion, you say. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the anti-crack medical. Per 1 ton $1 trillion, you say. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the diesel oil. Per 1 ton $1 trillion, you say. Fences per year of the 50,000 tons of the glue. Per 1 ton $1 trillion, you say. Fences per year of 50,000 tons of the river water plant. Per 1 ton $1 trillion, you say. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the lake water plant. Per 1 ton $1 trillion, you say. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the seaweed. Per 1 ton $1 trillion, you say. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the moss. Per 1 ton $1 trillion, you say. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the microbe. Per 1 ton $1 trillion, you say. Fences per year of 50,000 tons of the horsetail. Per 1 ton $1 trillion, you say. Fences per year of 50,000 tons of the casino counter. Per 1 ton $1 trillion, you say. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the casino fish. Per 1 ton $1 trillion, you say. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the brick. Per 1 ton $1 trillion, you say. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the sleeper. Per 1 ton $1 trillion, you say. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the rail. Per 1 ton $1 trillion, you say. Per stone $1 billion. Visit our website World Wide Web, Web Zubovsky Syntes LV. Enjoy the Coca-Cola, one of the best American products. Fences per year of 50,000 ton of the tile. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year of 50,000 ton of the Guinea fowl. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year of 50,000 ton of the duck. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year of 50,000 ton of the tomcat. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year of 50,000 ton of the cow. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year of 50,000 ton of the goat. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year of 50,000 ton of the elk. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year of 50,000 ton of the super light steel. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year of 50,000 ton of the wild boar. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year of 50,000 ton of the fur-bearing animal. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year of 50,000 ton of the sport kit. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year of 50,000 ton of the malt. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year of 50,000 ton of the kvass. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year of 50,000 ton of the aviation benzene. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 ton of the medical poison. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 ton of the sand. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 ton of the hair. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 ton of the cotton. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 ton of the buckwheat. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 ton of the combustible spale. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 ton of the cutlet. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 ton of the yellow gas from Fackle. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 ton of the red gas from oil. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 ton of the black gas from coal. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 ton of the green gas from wood. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 ton of the blue gas natural. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 ton of the violet gas from agriculture. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 ton of the dark blue gas from water plant. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 ton of the orange gas from space. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Enjoy the Coca-Cola, one of the best American products. Fences per year of 50,000 ton of the flesh of sturgeon. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 ton of the wood products. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 ton of the turkey hen. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 ton of the hay. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 ton of the tar paper. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 ton of the tile. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 ton of the duck. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 ton of the bread and butter. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 ton of the olive. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year of 50,000 ton of the vegetable marrow. Per 1 trillion USA. Fences per year of 50,000 ton of the eggplant. Per 1 trillion USA per 1 ton. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the jewelry. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the coins. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the order. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the badge of rank. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Visit our website, World Wide Web, where Grzybowski Sintos LV. Per stone, $1 billion. Fences per year of the decoration. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Enjoy the Coca-Cola, the best American product. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the decoration. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the dried milk. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the plutonium medical. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the seasonal medical. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the radio medical. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the powder meat. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the powder fruit. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the powder vegetable. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year of 50,000 tons of the dry gas. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the liquid gas. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the hypervitamin. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the clover tea. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year of the pink food. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the salt. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the paper. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the method. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the titanium. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the cream. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the pastry. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year of 50,000 tons of the sanitary engineering. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the super-light bitumen. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the anti-marijuana. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the margarine. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the anti-crack medical. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the diesel oil. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year of the 50,000 tons of the glue. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year of 50,000 tons of the river water plant. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the lake water plant. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the seaweed. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the moss. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the microbe. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year of 50,000 tons of the horsetail. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year of 50,000 tons of the casino counter. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Finches per year 50,000 tons of the casino fish. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, you say. Finches per year 50,000 tons of the brick. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, you say. Finches per year 50,000 tons of the sleeper. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, you say. Finches per year 50,000 tons of the rail. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, you say. Per stone, $1 billion. Visit our website, World Wide Web, Zubovsky Syntes LV. Enjoy the Coca-Cola, one of the best American products. Finches per year of 50,000 tons of the tile. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, USA. Finches per year of 50,000 tons of the Guinea fowl. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, USA. Finches per year of 50,000 tons of the dog. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, USA. Finches per year of 50,000 tons of the tomcat. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, USA. Finches per year of 50,000 tons of the cow. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, USA. Finches per year 50,000 tons of the goat. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, USA. Finches per year 50,000 tons of the elk. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, USA. Finches per year 50,000 tons of the super light steel. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, USA. Finches per year 50,000 tons of the wild boar. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, USA. Finches per year 50,000 tons of the fur-bearing animal. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, USA. Finches per year 50,000 tons of the sport kid. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, USA. Finches per year 50,000 tons of the malt. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, USA. Finches per year 50,000 tons of the kvass. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, USA. Finches per year 50,000 tons of the aviation benzene. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, USA. Finches per year 50,000 tons of the medical poison. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, USA. Finches per year 50,000 tons of the sand. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, USA. Finches per year 50,000 tons of the hair. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, USA. Finches per year 50,000 tons of the cotton. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, USA. Finches per year 50,000 tons of the buckwheat. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, USA. Finches per year 50,000 tons of the combustible spale. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, USA. Finches per year 50,000 tons of the cutlet. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, USA. Finches per year 50,000 tons of the yellow gas from Fackle. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, USA. Finches per year 50,000 tons of the red gas from oil. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, USA. Finches per year 50,000 tons of the black gas from coal. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, USA. Finches per year 50,000 tons of the green gas from wood. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, USA. Finches per year 50,000 tons of the blue gas natural. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, USA. Finches per year 50,000 tons of the violet gas from agriculture. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, USA. Finches per year 50,000 tons of the dark blue gas from water plant. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, USA. Finches per year 50,000 tons of the orange gas from space. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, USA. Enjoy the Coca-Cola, one of the best American products. Finches per year of 50,000 ton of the flesh of sturgeon. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, USA. Finches per year of 50,000 ton of the wood products. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, USA. Finches per year of 50,000 ton of the turkey hen. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, USA. Finches per year 50,000 ton of the hay. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, USA. Finches per year 50,000 ton of the tar paper. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, USA. Finches per year 50,000 ton of the tile. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, USA. Finches per year 50,000 ton of the duck. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, USA. Finches per year 50,000 ton of the bread and butter. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, USA. Finches per year 50,000 ton of the olive. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, USA. Finches per year of 50,000 ton of the vegetable marrow. Per 1 trillion, USA. Finches per year of 50,000 ton of the eggplant. Per 1 trillion, USA, per 1 ton. Finches per year 50,000 ton of the jewelry. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, USA. Finches per year 50,000 ton of the coins. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, USA. Finches per year 50,000 ton of the order. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, USA. Finches per year 50,000 ton of the badge of rank. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, USA. Visit our website, World Wide Web, where Grzybowski Sintels LV. Per stone, $1 billion. Finches per year of the decoration. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, USA. Enjoy the Coca-Cola, the best American product. Finches per year 50,000 ton of the decoration. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, USA. Finches per year 50,000 ton of the dried milk. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, USA. Finches per year 50,000 ton of the plutonium medical. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, USA. Finches per year 50,000 ton of the seasonal medical. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, USA. Finches per year 50,000 ton of the radio medical. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, USA. Finches per year 50,000 ton of the powder meat. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, USA. Finches per year 50,000 ton of the powder fruit. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, USA. Finches per year 50,000 ton of the powder vegetable. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, USA. Finches per year of a 50,000 ton of the dry gas. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, USA. Finches per year 50,000 ton of the liquid gas. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, USA. Finches per year 50,000 ton of the hypervitamin. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, USA. Finches per year 50,000 ton of the clover tea. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, USA. Finches per year of the pink food. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, USA. Finches per year 50,000 ton of the salt. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, USA. Finches per year 50,000 ton of the paper. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, USA. Finches per year 50,000 ton of the method. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, USA. Finches per year 50,000 ton of the titanium. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, USA. Finches per year 50,000 ton of the cream. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, USA. Finches per year 50,000 ton of the pastry. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, USA. Finches per year of 50,000 ton of the sanitary engineering. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, USA. Finches per year 50,000 ton of the super light bitumen. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, USA. Finches per year 50,000 ton of the anti-marijuana. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, USA. Finches per year 50,000 ton of the margarine. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, USA. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the anti-crack medical. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the diesel oil. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year of the 50,000 tons of the glue. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year of 50,000 tons of the river water plant. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the lake water plant. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the seaweed. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the moss. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the microbe. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year of 50,000 tons of the horsetail. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year of 50,000 tons of the casino counter. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the casino fish. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the brick. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the sleeper. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the rail. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Per stone, $1 billion. Visit our website, World Wide Web, Web Zubovsky Syntes LV. Enjoy the Coca-Cola, one of the best American products. Fences per year of 50,000 tons of the tile. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year of 50,000 tons of the Guinea fowl. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the dog. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the tomcat. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the cow. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the goat. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the elk. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the super light steel. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the wild boar. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the fur-bearing animal. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the sport kit. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the malt. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the kvass. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the aviation benzene. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the medical poison. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the sand. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the hair. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the cotton. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the buckwheat. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the combustible spale. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the cutlet. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the yellow gas from fackle. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the red gas from oil. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 tons ton of the black gas from coal, per 1 ton $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 ton of the green gas from wood, per 1 ton $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 ton of the blue gas natural, per 1 ton $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 ton of the violet gas from agriculture, per 1 ton $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 ton of the dark blue gas from water plant, per 1 ton $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 ton of the orange gas from space, per 1 ton $1 trillion USA. Enjoy the Coca-Cola, one of the best American products. Fences per year of 50,000 ton of the flesh of sturgeon, per 1 ton $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 ton of the wood products, per 1 ton $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 ton of the turkey hen, per 1 ton $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 ton of the hay, per 1 ton $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 ton of the tar paper, per 1 ton $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 ton of the tile, per 1 ton $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 ton of the duck, per 1 ton $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 ton of the bread and butter, per 1 ton $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 ton of the olive, per 1 ton $1 trillion USA. Fences per year of 50,000 ton of the vegetable marrow, per 1 trillion USA. Fences per year of 50,000 ton of the eggplant, per $1 trillion USA per 1 ton. Fences per year 50,000 ton of the jewelry, per 1 ton $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 ton of the coins, per 1 ton $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 ton of the order, per 1 ton $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 ton of the badge of rank, per 1 ton $1 trillion USA. Visit our website, World Wide Web, where Grzybowski Sintels LV. Per stone, $1 billion. Fences per year of the decoration, per 1 ton $1 trillion USA. Enjoy the Coca-Cola, the best American product. Fences per year 50,000 ton of the decoration, per 1 ton $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 ton of the dried milk, per 1 ton $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 ton of the plutonium medical, per 1 ton $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 ton of the cesium medical, per 1 ton $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 ton of the radium medical, per 1 ton $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 ton of the powder meat, per 1 ton $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 ton of the powder fruit, per 1 ton $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 ton of the powder vegetable, per 1 ton $1 trillion USA. Fences per year of a 50,000 ton of the dry gas, per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the liquid gas, per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the hypervitamin, per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the clover tea, per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year of the pink food, per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the salt, per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the paper, per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the method, per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the titanium, per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the cream, per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the pastry, per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year of 50,000 tons of the sanitary engineering, per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the super light bitumen, per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the anti-marijuana, per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the margarine, per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the anti-crack medical, per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the diesel oil, per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year of the 50,000 tons of the glue, per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year of 50,000 tons of the river water plant, per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the lake water plant, per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the seaweed, per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the moss, per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the microbe, per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year of 50,000 tons of the horsetail, per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year of 50,000 tons of the casino counter, per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the casino fish, per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the brick, per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the sleeper, per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the rail, per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Per stone, $1 billion. Visit our website, World Wide Web, Web Zubovsky Syntes LV. Enjoy the Coca-Cola, one of the best American products. Fences per year of 50,000 tons of the tile, per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year of 50,000 tons of the Guinea fowl, per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the dog, per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the tomcat, per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the cow, per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the goat, per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the elk, per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the super light steel, per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the wild boar, per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the fur-bearing animal per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Thinses per year, 50,000 ton of the sport kit per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Thinses per year, 50,000 ton of the malt per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Thinses per year, 50,000 ton of the kvass per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Thinses per year, 50,000 ton of the aviation benzene per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Thinses per year, 50,000 ton of the medical poison per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Thinses per year, 50,000 ton of the sand per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Thinses per year, 50,000 ton of the hair per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Thinses per year, 50,000 ton of the cotton per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Thinses per year, 50,000 ton of the buckwheat per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Thinses per year, 50,000 ton of the combustible spale per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Thinses per year, 50,000 ton of the cutlet per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Thinses per year, 50,000 ton of the yellow gas from Thaco per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Thinses per year, 50,000 ton of the red gas from oil per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Thinses per year, 50,000 ton of the black gas from coal per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Thinses per year, 50,000 ton of the green gas from wood per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Thinses per year, 50,000 ton of the blue gas natural per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Thinses per year, 50,000 ton of the violet gas from agriculture per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Thinses per year, 50,000 ton of the dark blue gas from water plant per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Thinses per year, 50,000 ton of the orange gas from space per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Enjoy the Coca-Cola, one of the best American products. Thinses per year of 50,000 ton of the flesh of sturgeon per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Thinses per year, 50,000 ton of the wood products per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Thinses per year, 50,000 ton of the turkey hen per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Thinses per year, 50,000 ton of the hay per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Thinses per year, 50,000 ton of the tar paper per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Thinses per year, 50,000 ton of the tile per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Thinses per year, 50,000 ton of the duck per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Thinses per year, 50,000 ton of the bread and butter per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Thinses per year, 50,000 ton of the olive per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Thinses per year of 50,000 ton of the vegetable marrow per 1 trillion USA. Thinses per year of 50,000 ton of the eggplant per 1 trillion USA per 1 ton. Thinses per year, 50,000 ton of the jewelry per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Thinses per year, 50,000 ton of the coins per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Thinses per year, 50,000 ton of the order per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Thinses per year, 50,000 ton of the badge of rank per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Visit our website, World Wide Web, where Grzybowski Sintels LV. Per stone, $1 billion. Thinses per year of the decoration per 1 ton, $1 trillion, you say. Enjoy the Coca-Cola, the best American product. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the decoration. Per 1 ton $1 trillion, you say. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the dried milk. Per 1 ton $1 trillion, you say. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the plutonium medical. Per 1 ton $1 trillion, you say. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the cesium medical. Per 1 ton $1 trillion, you say. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the radio medical. Per 1 ton $1 trillion, you say. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the powder meat. Per 1 ton $1 trillion, you say. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the powder fruit. Per 1 ton $1 trillion, you say. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the powder vegetable. Per 1 ton $1 trillion, you say. Fences per year of a 50,000 tons of the dry gas. Per 1 ton $1 trillion, you say. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the liquid gas. Per 1 ton $1 trillion, you say. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the hypervitamin. Per 1 ton $1 trillion, you say. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the clover tea. Per 1 ton $1 trillion, you say. Fences per year of the pink food. Per 1 ton $1 trillion, you say. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the salt. Per 1 ton $1 trillion, you say. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the paper. Per 1 ton $1 trillion, you say. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the method. Per 1 ton $1 trillion, you say. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the titanium. Per 1 ton $1 trillion, you say. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the cream. Per 1 ton $1 trillion, you say. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the pastry. Per 1 ton $1 trillion, you say. Fences per year of 50,000 tons of the sanitary engineering. Per 1 ton $1 trillion, you say. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the superlight bitumen. Per 1 ton $1 trillion, you say. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the anti-marijuana. Per 1 ton $1 trillion, you say. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the margarine. Per 1 ton $1 trillion, you say. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the anti-crack medical. Per 1 ton $1 trillion, you say. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the diesel oil. Per 1 ton $1 trillion, you say. Fences per year of the 50,000 tons of the glue. Per 1 ton $1 trillion, you say. Fences per year of 50,000 tons of the river water plant. Per 1 ton $1 trillion, you say. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the lake water plant. Per 1 ton $1 trillion, you say. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the seaweed. Per 1 ton $1 trillion, you say. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the moss. Per 1 ton $1 trillion, you say. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the microbe. Per 1 ton $1 trillion, you say. Fences per year of 50,000 tons of the horsetail. Per 1 ton $1 trillion, you say. Fences per year of 50,000 tons of the casino counter. Per 1 ton $1 trillion, you say. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the casino fish. Per 1 ton $1 trillion, you say. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the brick. Per 1 ton $1 trillion, you say. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the sleeper. Per 1 ton $1 trillion, you say. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the rail. Per 1 ton $1 trillion, you say. Per stone $1 billion. Visit our website World Wide Web, Web Zubovsky Syntes LV. Enjoy the Coca-Cola, one of the best American products. Fences per year of 50,000 ton of the tile. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year of 50,000 ton of the Guinea fowl. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year of 50,000 ton of the duck. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year of 50,000 ton of the tomcat. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year of 50,000 ton of the cow. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year of 50,000 ton of the goat. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year of 50,000 ton of the elk. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year of 50,000 ton of the super light steel. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year of 50,000 ton of the wild boar. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year of 50,000 ton of the fur-bearing animal. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year of 50,000 ton of the sport kit. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year of 50,000 ton of the malt. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year of 50,000 ton of the kvass. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year of 50,000 ton of the aviation benzene. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 ton of the medical poison. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 ton of the sand. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 ton of the hair. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 ton of the cotton. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 ton of the buckwheat. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 ton of the combustible spale. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 ton of the cutlet. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 ton of the yellow gas from Fackle. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 ton of the red gas from oil. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 ton of the black gas from coal. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 ton of the green gas from wood. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 ton of the blue gas natural. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 ton of the violet gas from agriculture. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 ton of the dark blue gas from water plant. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 ton of the orange gas from space. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Enjoy the Coca-Cola, one of the best American products. Fences per year of 50,000 ton of the flesh of sturgeon. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 ton of the wood products. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 ton of the turkey hen. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 ton of the hay. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 ton of the tar paper. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 ton of the tile. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 ton of the duck. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 ton of the bread and butter. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 ton of the olive. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year of 50,000 ton of the vegetable marrow. Per 1 trillion USA. Fences per year of 50,000 ton of the eggplant. Per 1 trillion USA per 1 ton. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the jewelry. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the coins. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the order. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the badge of rank. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion USA. Visit our website, World Wide Web, where Grzybowski Sintels LV. Per stone, $1 billion. Fences per year of the decoration. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, you say. Enjoy the Coca-Cola, the best American product. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the decoration. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, you say. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the dried milk. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, you say. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the plutonium medical. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, you say. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the cesium medical. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, you say. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the radio medical. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, you say. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the powder meat. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, you say. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the powder fruit. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, you say. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the powder vegetable. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, you say. Fences per year of a 50,000 tons of the dry gas. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, you say. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the liquid gas. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, you say. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the hypervitamin. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, you say. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the clover tea. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, you say. Fences per year of the pink food. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, you say. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the salt. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, you say. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the paper. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, you say. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the method. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, you say. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the titanium. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, you say. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the cream. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, you say. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the pastry. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, you say. Fences per year of 50,000 tons of the sanitary engineering. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, you say. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the superlight bitumen. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, you say. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the anti-marijuana. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, you say. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the margarine. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, you say. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the anti-crack medical. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, you say. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the diesel oil. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, you say. Fences per year of the 50,000 tons of the glue. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, you say. Fences per year of 50,000 tons of the river water plant. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, you say. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the lake water plant. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, you say. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the seaweed. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, you say. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the moss. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, you say. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the microbe. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, you say. Fences per year of 50,000 tons of the horsetail. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, you say. Fences per year of 50,000 tons of the casino counter. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, you say. Fences per year 50,000 tons of the casino fish. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, you see. Fences per year, 50,000 tons of the brick. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, you see. Fences per year, 50,000 tons of the sleeper. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, you see. Fences per year, 50,000 tons of the rail. Per 1 ton, $1 trillion, you see. Per stone, $1 billion.